Indonesia accounts for almost 2/3 of global palm oil exports. So when the government there announced an unprecedented ban on palm oil exports in April, it sent a shockwave across the global agri-food market. Now, that ban has since been reversed, but it's certainly had an impact. We're joined now by Steffi Hamann, Assistant Professor at the University of Guelph. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Andy. It's a pleasure.
Just remind us what happened, because we saw vegetable oils around the world soaring. Maybe we'll put up a one-year chart for soybean oil as a proxy for the vegetable oil market or for soybeans. But the prices have come down a bit.
Yes, but I mean, coming down at this point still, means we're part of a big roller coaster of what's going on in the vegetable oil markets these days. The United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, which tracks the price of food commodities, shows that the price for vegetable oils rose to almost 250% compared to the average price from 2014 to 2016, which serves as the standard reference period. And that was in March. So we are, we were experiencing unprecedented times.
We're looking here at a chart, a 10-year chart for soybean futures, and they have just surged. It's quite incredible. You have done a lot of work on global inequality. You've spent time in Burkina Faso and Cameroon. You're interested in, let's say, non-OECD countries and their food stability. What does this mean, though, for the world's lower income nations when vegetable oil goes up like that?
Well, the immediate repercussions for a crunch like this are always felt the most in populous, low-income nations that rely on the import of vegetable oils as a basic cooking ingredient. So we're talking India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Egypt, Kenya. Those are the kinds of countries where the immediate worry about the current state of global food prices is always linked to an immediate worry about food security concerns. And we saw a significant drop, for example, in palm oil imports in May, and that was certainly felt in those countries.
A big place like India or Bangladesh, they would tend not to be self-sufficient in vegetable oils?
No, India is the largest importer for palm oil in the world, for example. Yeah.
What about nations that are further down on the income scale, such as Burkina and Cameroon? I presume the impact is even more dramatic there.
They're interesting because they don't import as much of their palm oil. Well, Burkina would, but Cameroon, for example, is one of the largest palm oil producers in the Central West African region itself. This is where the tropical palm oil trade originated. But over the past 40, 50 years, it's been Indonesia and Malaysia that have risen to become the dominant player in this market.
There's been a lot of destruction of jungle, hasn't there, along the road?
Precisely. There's this big debate about palm oil, which on one hand is treated as sort of a miracle plant because it is, a perennial plant that can be harvested all year. It is highly, highly efficient because it's the highest yielding vegetable oil crop. Per hectare of palm oil plantation, you can produce more than 4 tons of palm oil per year.
Wow.
For any other vegetable oil, it is less than 1 ton per hectare per year. Palm oil is extremely versatile. Your toothpaste, your shampoo, your lotions, lipstick, shaving cream, tortilla, baked goods, all of these kinds of things, Nutella, Doritos, they all contain palm oil. And at the same time, it's cheap and crucial ingredients in technical lubricants, in paints, in animal feeds. It's used as a biofuel. It's a flex crop. It's, a miracle plant. And it has an extremely long shelf life compared to many other vegetable oils once it's processed. But then on the other hand, we have the very significant problems that always come up when we talk about palm oil. Deforestation, the cutting down of rainforest has been a huge concern, and the loss of biodiversity, the loss of the orangutans in Borneo and in Sumatra has been one of the major issues. There are poor labor conditions in the sector. This is well known. And the land pressures exert concerns on indigenous communities. So, it's there's great benefits, but also very great problems.
And what are the world's biggest vegetable oils? Which oils have the biggest market share? Can you give us a ballpark idea?
Absolutely. So the vegetable oil market accounts for about 213 million tons per year that are produced. Palm oil and palm kernel oil, so these are the two types of oil that are extracted from the palm oil fruit, they account for 84 million tons of that. That's about 40% of the global edible oil market. And Indonesia dominates within this. They, as you said, account for 2/3 of the palm oil exports. Following palm oil, which is the dominant edible oil commodity, we have soybean, which is about 60 million tons per year, so 28%. Canola, where Canada is the dominant player, accounts for about 13% of the vegetable oils market. And then, of course, sunflower oil, that's about 10%. And sunflower oil is another area where we have great concerns because that is primarily produced in the Black Sea area, Ukraine and Russia.